I'm D. Watkins, and today I'll be joined by a living legend. I don't use that word lightly. I don't throw it around.
I don't take it lightly. I take it very honorably.
He is starring over 100 films.
Not all good.
Including Critical Thinking, Carlito's Way. He killed Carlito. It's kind of made me sad. Moulin Rouge.
Oh, you too? No, you coming at me for that too? Come on.
Ice Age, Encanto.
Ice Age. Hello, everybody. Sit the sloth.
John Wick. I could do this all day. He's an Emmy,
and I can listen all day.
He's an Emmy Award winner, Special Tony Award winning actor, television star, and host. John Leguizamo. We'll be talking about his brand new drama series, The Green Veil. Welcome on the show.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you for coming on, man. Congratulations on the show.
Oh, thank you.
I know it's historical fiction, but
yes,
a lot of these events, they actually happened. So can you just begin by taking our viewers into the world that they'll be getting into?
Yes. Well, the filmmaker Aaron Rappaport, who's an incredible, brilliant man, was doing some research and found out that in the 1950s, the U.S. government was coming up with excuses and going into Native American people's homes and taking their children from them, putting them up for adoption so they couldn't inherit the land. So why? So they can give it to oil companies. And that went from the 50s to the 80s. So when I heard that, I go, yo, I'm in. I'm in. And so we started creating this character, a self-hating Latin man, a person of color. People of color sometimes, when we're trying to pass and trying to fit into society, can be even worse to our own people. And so that's what this guy goes around, snatching Native American babies from their homes.
Is there no shortage of these kinds of stories? Like they come and they come and they come. Like when did you first hear about this?
Well, when we shot it, that was the first time, because we just started to recently hear about Native American children being taken in the early 1900s and put into boarding schools, and then Killers of the Flower Moon, and then this. You're like, wait a minute, it didn't stop there. They continued to assault Native Americans. Jesus Christ.
It's crazy. It's wild.
Terrible, man, terrible.
So you said self-hating. You play Gordon.
Yes, sir.
He's like a self-hating. He's kind of a government agent.
Right. He's trying to pass so desperately. He's got the white wife, the white child that he had to adopt, obviously, because they couldn't have a white child. And he's trying to be the best in the department, be perfect for the FBI, so they'll be accepted in his community. And what happens to people like that? They get used up and spit out.
So Gordon is very opposite of you.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
You're outspoken.
I mean, my crew may disagree.
You're obviously an advocate. What is it like coming to work every day and being that person?
Oh, it's rough. I mean, I understand this character. I mean, I don't need people to love him or like him, because he is disgusting. But I need them to understand why somebody turns like that. Why somebody from our own community can turn against us. I mean, that's what I want to understand. How damaged they are, how psychologically twisted they are. That's what I want people to understand, the makings of an individual like that.
So you feel like it's the fear, or you feel like it's self-preservation, or you feel like the idea of capitalism?
Obviously, it's fear-based, but it's self-preservation too. It's those two ingredients together that make them so insidious.
I mean, you kind of said it with this whole idea of in this country, whiteness is often it's success. Whiteness is success, and he's chasing
assimilating and passing. And we Latin people are finally getting to a intersection, a crossroads, where we're accepting and embracing our indigenous side, our Afro-Latino side, and loving it. Finally, I mean, what time is it? 2024. And it's wild because even in my own family, for us Latin people, we understand colorism is alive and well in our families. Like my mom is lighter skinned, so she was always thought she was the pretty one. My aunt is darker skinned, so she doesn't think she's as beautiful as my mom. And my mom has mad curly hair, but my aunt has straight indigenous hair. All these things that since colonialism, we valued European features, lighter skin, and people are always in denial in the Latin community.
Where do you think the shift come from? Like us moving towards the right direction?
I think it's Black culture fighting so hard to
Okay,
accept themselves.
I'll take credit. Thank you.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
No, I'm just joking.
No, but for real, black culture fought so hard against American assimilation because they didn't let you assimilate, but they didn't let us assimilate either. But the lighter skin you are, or because there are white Latinos, and that's who's always been in movies, is white Latinos or white passing Latinos. But I think now we're starting to accept our being indigenous and finding pride and beauty in it.
One thing I really, really enjoy in just learning about the show and learning about the role in the show is that you not only star in it, but you write and you're also executive producer.
Yeah. We started this platform because this content didn't sell to the regular streamers.
Wow.
So we started this own platform,
The network.
The network, you can get it, the network.stream. It's free. And if you're like me, anything free is for me. And
okay, so you went out to like all of the big streamers.
And they loved it.
And
they flipped out and they go, well, and then they started offering my friend, the director creator, tons of projects to direct, but not this one. Because the content, Native American, Latino, they keep saying that they want to be inclusive and have us on board, but they don't greenlight. They don't greenlight our stories. And we're 30% of the box office in America, Latin people, 30% of subscribers on streaming, 30% of the sports fans. And you're not going to have our stories? It's crazy, man. Representation without, they're taxing us without representation.
And so you guys started the network. Mm-hmm. Cool. And the network just launched yesterday.
That's right.
So congratulations.
And we're already
on that.
at 600,000 subscribers.
Oh, wow.
I think we'll have 1 million by the end of the month.
Wow.
It's incredible. I mean, we have to do it ourselves. Tyler Perry said it. They're not going to give us a seat at the table. We got to make our own table. So,
Absolutely.
I agree.
You've also been one of our favorite guest hosts on The Daily Show.
Thank you.
You're really, really great at just bringing just fun and understanding to some of these scary political times.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you?
Oh, dude, it was incredible being on The Daily Show. First of all, I'm such a huge fan of Trevor Noah and Jon Stewart, huge. And what they're doing, like bringing comedy, like you're saying, to really difficult subject matter, making it fun and interesting. But here I am in a writer's room of 25 of the smartest, funniest people in America who are writing for me. 5 of the top producers producing for me. You're like driving a Ferrari where I was used to like driving, like a Toyota. And all of a sudden, like you were like in this hot rod. It's incredible, man. You just like, I never want to leave.
Right. So could you take that gig? Would you take that gig? Could you see yourself doing that? Like a 3-year run?
I don't know if I could do it as good as Jon Stewart, man. I watched him now that he's back, and I'm like, dude, he's funnier than ever and braver than ever.
Time off makes you a little more funnier. He has some time.
To reflect on things, to fall in love again with what you're doing. Yeah, absolutely.
But then hit the road too, right?
Yeah. And get you sharp. Yeah.
Do you do stand up still? Or?
No. I never really did stand up. I did performance art. I did I did my one-man show since I started, but I would do them in performance arts because the only places that allowed you to do more than 5-minute gigs. My pieces are always long-winded, like half hour. Like I would do these things. My first piece was how Latinos won the West, and it was like 30 minutes. I played all the characters. And my second piece was the Bible as told through the Latin eyes. So that was kind of the stuff I always did. And I changed American comedy. I revolutionized American comedy. I was the first to dress as a woman and do comedy. I was the first to bring sexuality to comedy, jizz, all kinds of crazy shit, and brought pain. I brought pain into comedy,
Absolutely.
like real pain. And nobody was doing that because American comedy was kind of light.
Well, something I love that was really, really good from you was the op-ed you wrote in 2016, right, in the New York Times, talking about Donald Trump and his racist rhetoric. And my favorite line was, Donald Trump has done one good thing. He's galvanized a conflicted and diverse community. Do you feel like we have that energy now? And I don't know why. I was literally just talking to my wife about this the other day, and I was telling her that it just doesn't feel like election season, and this is such an important election. So do we have that energy?
Right now, I mean, the world is such a mess. We're in such a conflicted world all of a sudden, and we've been through this crazy, massive election cycle. It feels like the election cycle never stopped from 2016 to now. It just feels like it's been on full blast 24/7 since 2016. So it doesn't feel like it's fresh because we've been in it for so long trying to save our country. I like being against the system, but now I have to play at saving the system that I'm against. It's crazy. I'm just used to fighting it. Now I have to try to save it too. It's like a double job now that I got to do.
And Trump is polling better with Latinos right now than Biden. You have any reason why?
Yeah, because Latinos they're blaming him for the economy,
Okay.
which they shouldn't be, because COVID was the culprit, and Trump not handling COVID was the culprit in damaging our economy. But our economy is doing great. It's just inflation that's messing up everybody's paycheck. So I understand that. But also, Latinos are not monolithic, just like the black community is not monolithic, just like white folks ain't. You got to come at us from all kinds of different angles, and you got to come for us. The Democrats messed up in 2020 and did nothing. Did not spend dollars on us, did not have Latin consultants, did not fund our grassroots organizations, and our grassroots organizations gave us Arizona. They tried to give us Texas, and they got close. Florida was difficult. But Republicans spent money, assets. They came at us through WhatsApp in Arizona and Texas and Florida, went to our radio stations, Spanish-speaking stations, gave them the right trigger words. Democrats need to step it up, need to fund our grassroots organizations.
2020 was a different time. Like, think about this.
But go ahead.
Fucking Mitt Romney was marching for George Floyd. Isn't that crazy?
That's incredible.
It was a different time.
It's a totally different
It was
time.
a different time.
Yeah.
I saw it on TV. I'm like, yo, am I delusional?
But it wasn't even that long ago, man.
wasn't
It's
even-
only 4 years ago, but the world's so different.
What kind of emotions come up for you when you think about the political future of our country right now in this moment?
It's terrifying, man. It's terrifying. It feels like our democracy is in grave danger. The Supreme Court seems like it's a puppet for Trump. I mean, they're stalling on immunity. Come on, you can't give a president total immunity, because then they can do criminal stuff and never be above the law. That's not okay. That's not okay. And they're hemming and hawing and saying, what if they use it as nobody's going to use it as a weapon. They can't. And it's just crazy. I mean, I hope by November 4th everybody gets a clear head, and maybe they don't want to vote for Biden, but vote against Trump and vote for Biden. I mean, even if you can't wrap your mind around Joe, who's not much older than Trump, he's only 4 years older or 3.
Right. They were in high school at the same time.
Yeah, basically, right. So they're not that much older,
It was colonial times, but it was still a time.
Right, and Trump is making gaffes and tripping on himself, not being able to walk up ramps or down, farting on himself. Yo, go for the lesser evil if that's what's in your mind.
It's scary times, but I mean, I feel like what you said, regardless of what happens, those of us who care and who love our communities and who love this country will get together and we'll figure out what the new normal is.
We who love the idea of this country, because I love the idea of this country, that we're all equal, but it's never really been that. But I love the promise of that, and that's what I fight for. Absolutely. That someday we're all going to be incredibly equal and all be respected, and there's decency in this country. That's what I fight for. America still has a lot of work to do.
That's a good clip. Maybe you should run.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. You be my vice president.
I'll be your vice president.
If you're my vice president, I'm in.
I'll do all the dirty work. So one of the
as long as you work, I don't care what work you do.
One of the reasons why you're one of my favorite artists is because you have so many credits. You're a host. You're constantly working. And for me, if things are going great, I'm taking my ass to work. If things aren't going great, then I better be going to work, right? So traditionally, we have minorities. We have to work so much more. I just saw the Giancarlo Esposito quote where he said he contemplated suicide before he got Breaking Bad so that he can take care of his family.
Get an insurance policy.
The insurance policy. And I wanted you to just speak on pay disparity and we just saw the big thing with Taraji doing the Color Purple press run. Pay disparity in Hollywood, and when or how can we push that conversation forward? I mean, your show, you had to start your own network.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the disparity is huge. Obviously we're not getting the same amount of money, but it goes, it's not just Hollywood, it's everywhere. Like, Latin women are the lowest paid workers in America. And they are the #1 small business startups in America at 80%. And that what drives America? Small businesses. But they are the least to get bank loans, the least to get venture capital. And that's what the problem is. Here we are, Latino people have reached another crossroads, which is we add $3.2 trillion to the GDP every year. That's crazy amount of our contribution. And then where are we in the corporate boards? Where are we as CEOs in companies and banks, in tech? Invisible. We're not there. That's where the real discrepancy happens. That's where it starts. We're not getting promoted. I talk to a lot of executives, Latino executives, and they go, yo, they're asking me to train all these people coming in. They get promoted, they move up, they become CEOs, and I'm still not being promoted. But I'm good enough to train, though. So I got the abilities, but why am I not getting promoted? We know why, because he's a person of color and he's Latino.
Yeah, I think being vocal about it is just more important than anything. Like,
Dude,
we really need to have these conversations.
And we Latin people got to get louder. We got to start using our power. We got to start organizing a lot more and getting more assertive about it. We got to start using all the tools that are available to us. We got to boycott, protest, call out, write letters, and just not stop and call them on their lack of inclusion. I know everybody's like, white people, I know a lot of my white friends are feeling like, it's not my decade anymore. They're only hiring people of color. I go, well, welcome to my life. That's been my whole life. They were never going to pick me, no matter how talented I was. I could act like Brando, James Dean. I could write like Shakespeare and William Goldman. I was not going to get cast. My scripts were not going to be selected because of the content and because of my appearance, not because of the quality of my work.
Well, your work has changed the industry, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And just being such a trusted member of the whole community in general. Do you feel like you ever been underestimated, just coming out as a kid from Queens, making all these waves?
Oh yeah, absolutely. First of all, I never thought I'd be at this level, so that's crazy. But I'm a fighter, man. I've been a scrappy kid from Queens forever, and it paid off. At first, I thought, oh man, I'm a little too rough. But it paid off because Hollywood, as a rejected me, and that was okay with me because I've been rejected my whole life, so it's fine. Come on, keep coming, bring that to me because it doesn't deter me, doesn't stop me. It only makes me stronger and better.
Well, you're here making it happen. The first episodes of The Green Veil are now streaming on the network.
The network.stream.
The network.stream.
For free.
Tell them how to get it.
Just type the network.stream and sign up. It's free, baby.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure, man. Much love. That was awesome.
Thank you for watching Salon Talks. Be sure to subscribe as we feature some of your favorite artists, authors, and more. And while you're here, you might as well watch another video by clicking right here.